it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Today I've got a wonderful stamp set kind of designed for any occasion. It's a beautiful silhouette scene that you stamp down and then you can choose any greeting you like to finish out the card. We're gonna do some masking and some simple ink blending. I think you'll like this card. It turned out pretty darn cute, if I do say so myself. And that card project is coming up next. So here's the stamp set that I'm going to be using today. This is called Silhouette Sentiments. I designed this just to have one basic silhouette image that you could use with a plethora of greetings. So happy birthday, thinking of you, I'm here for you, congratulations, good luck to you, and then little sub greetings that could fill out your card, plus butterflies. Now this doesn't have a coordinating die, right? But all of the greetings do and the butterflies do. So you can make a really cute card with different themes with this. Okay, so there's the dies. I'm gonna be using a little gold embossing powder and some clear embossing ink. I have 3 distress oxides. This is a palette that I love. I go to it time and again, and that, if that's your thing, you know what I mean? I've also got some cardstock here, some Neenah Solar White, and I've got another piece here of this lighter, I don't even know what this is. Actually, this might be the 80 pound, because what I am going to do is I'm going to be making my own mask for this card project, so that this is going to be more or less a 1-layer card. This is such an easy thing to do, and once you get going, you can make a ton of these. So let's get started with making the mask and then doing the ink blending. So first, we're going to create the mask that we're going to use on our card. And what I've done is just taped this down right into the center. And I'm going to take this over and run it through my Gemini Junior. Wanted to show you my Gemini because I have this new little rotating design clipboard from Totally Tiffany. And I freaking love it because I don't have to physically move my Gemini anymore to be able to die cut with it. So I think that's pretty cool. The result is this bad boy. So what we need to do next is I'm going to get my score buddy and I'm going to go ahead and score this card base, but I'm not going to fold it yet because we're going to do ink blending right onto it. So I'm going to score this right at 5.5. Okay. Go like that. That's probably good. Got my score line in there. And now I'm going to bring in my mask. And here's what I thought I would do. I am going to put repositionable adhesive just around the inside, because all I want to do here is just hold that part down when I'm ink blending, and then I'll just lift it up when I'm done. You know what I mean? So that way I've got it good to go. And actually, if you want to be I can use this technique for anything. If you want to quickly line something up, and remember, you're going to line it up on the front side of the card, just flip it in here, right? Come in here and press like that. And now I have a perfectly lined up layer mask. I'm going to grab some of my domed blending foams because I think this will work really well for what I'm going to do. I want to start here at the bottom with picked raspberry because I want it to look like, you know, it's darker at the base and lighter at the top, right? So I'm just going to load this up, tap a little to make sure I'm getting plenty in there. You know, sometimes I use the foams and sometimes I use the brushes, but for something like this, which is going to be so easy to just do a nice little, you know, wash of color down here, the foams are fine. You know, you don't need to be all fancy, and they really do apply color beautifully. So I'm just blending in here like that. Okay, getting that first layer in, loading this up, making sure we've got a goodly amount. Actually, maybe I'll go this way. Just working upside down, you know, no big deal. And bringing this color in. And I definitely want to overlap, right? And I'm going heavy with this because I want, you know, I want this to be kind of a deeply saturated thing. I do use the same colors a lot. It's just a thing. You know, there's nothing wrong with, if you have a palette that you tend to go to because you're happy with that palette, go for it. You know, nobody cares. Nobody's going to be mad at you. But this is going to be Saturation City. Look at that. Creamy yellow sky. Love it. Gonna blend over with the orange here. Try to create a bit of a transition. Like that. Still have a lot on the brush or on the foam. It's not a brush. I always want to call it a brush. And then down here, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna kind of just blend into that orange. Again, just kind of create the transition. And honestly, you can, any inks that you have, go for it, right? You don't need to have what I have, whatever you have on hand. Anything can blend. I feel like anything can blend, although I do think oxides are quite helpful if you're kind of new because they're so creamy. All right, so I'm flipping this over and now you can see that gorgeous panel. So I have this wonderful fan brush. This is a size 4 and it is fantastic for flicking on little flicks. I don't really want to get anything on the back. I just want to focus on the front and mostly at the top. So all I'm going to do here is just swirl my brush around, tap a lot off because you don't need much, right? Whoop. And then I'm just going to do just a few taps of color at the top, just to get a little reaction like that. Not much. I love how this guy works. And now take my paper towel, and now you can see I have just a few little flicks. They almost look like fireflies in the night sky, right? Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to locate my adhesive eraser. I'm going to pick up this and reveal our beautiful panel of color below. I'm just going to go slow. I don't think this is going to rip. I think it should be just fine. The adhesive is repositionable until it's not. If you have any like true repositionable, you can go ahead and use that. I'm just going like that. No paper's ripping. But I just think that's kind of a repositionable adhesive is kind of great because, then you don't have to waste masking paper. And now I'll just pick those up, the parts that are left behind. Just be careful that you don't erase your ink. And actually, I may let that dry a little, but the thing is, these are so great. You can get in really close, pick that up. Oh, look at that. And again, don't let your adhesive sit too long because the Simon adhesive is designed to eventually become permanent. So repositionable adhesive would also just be great for creating your own masks. So while that is drying, I have an idea. I don't know if this is going to be good or not, but this is the idea that's been floating around my brain. And that is to stamp the greeting and a few butterflies on black and embossing gold. So I think I am going to do a happy birthday card because, well, actually, you know what? I may do a few. I got them out here. It's, I guess how about if we do the best one that works? Do you ever do that where you just stamp everything at once to see what you like and then you die cut and then you just have a bunch of choices? And I do that quite frequently. Okay, what else could I do? Let's do 3. We don't need more than 3 butterflies, but different sizes. So let's start with this. I'm gonna pick it up here with my Misty Door. Like that. Let's get you out of the way for a second. And I'll open up my Misty. I'm gonna reposition my paper here. I'm gonna bring this over. These have not been used at all, so I'm going to just kind of rub my finger over them. I tend to do this a lot in videos because so often when I'm sharing these cards with you, I'm working with the products that I just got in from, Simon Says Stamp, my CZ Design collection, and I haven't used them yet. So I like to film as I go, but that's probably fine. And if it's not, you know what? I can stamp it again. But stamps get more conditioned as you go. So most important here, pushing you into the corner and getting the powder bag. Now, black cardstock especially just likes to grab embossing powder. And so we powder up so that when we stamp our sticky ink, right, this guy, the powder only sticks to where we are stamping. And the Simon embossing pad has been updated and I love it. It's more of a hard pad, not a cloth style or foam. I mean, it's foam. It's just got an update. This is new. I just got this. I just ordered a replacement for my old one. And I love these smooth foam pads. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? Now, where's my stamp pressing tool? Oh, come here, Debbie. bring this in because this definitely is, for me, really important for getting nice even pressure in a way that doesn't hurt my hands. Okay, we're just letting that ink transfer. Not going too hard on those greetings because I don't want to smush them down. Let's see how that looks. Can you see that? Those look good. I have my ultrafine antique gold, this is my favorite gold powder because it is very warm. It's not a brassy gold. It's like a warm gold, and I love that. I feel like I haven't embossed in a while. Like, it seems like all the videos I've been doing lately have not been about embossing. Hey, that looks pretty good. I don't know if I stamped well enough on that butterfly. Let's try that again. That good? Yeah, I kind of missed a little there. It'll probably be okay. But see, you got to tap. I think we're good. I mean, I did muck up the butterfly a little bit there, but you know what? I think that's okay, right? Unless, I mean, okay, I could show you a little cheater fix. Where is I have an embossing pen. I think this will work. I don't know for sure, but because there's really no detail in here that we're missing, basically, I can take my embossing pen, cover over like that, right? Get in there. Maybe a little there too. Let's see. Let's try it. It's worth it, right? Couldn't be the worst thing. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. All right. All right, I have everything taped into place, so I'll go ahead over there and run it through my Gemini Junior. So let's take a look at what the best cuts were, because sometimes that's how I decide too, right? If I have, is this my, yeah, that's my craft pick. If I have a great cut, I use the sentiment that's cut out the best, maybe. But hey, those all look good. Oh my goodness, Cathy, look at you. Those are all great. And the beautiful thing is, other than not having extra butterflies, I have greetings for other cards, and I always save the extras because you never know when you might make another card with the same design. So, moving on. So now is where we bring our little friend back in. And I am not going to fold this yet again because what I want to do is I want to stamp the floral weedy thing. And actually, I still have a little, where's my adhesive eraser? A little bit more there. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put my magnet down here because I don't want this to move. And then I'm going to position this right at the bottom, but I do want this to be, you know, extending a little bit outside of this space, but I really want to get this as close to the bottom as possible. Picking it up. Okay. Reposition this because I'm probably going to stamp this a few times. So let's get over here. Just do a little conditioning with our human hand cells, the epithelial cells that get transferred. And I don't know if that's really doing what I want it to do, but you can kind of see how it goes a little milky because that coating is coming off, and it's going to make it stamp better. So again, double check, triple check. You're pushed as far over as you can get. Now, let's get our fantastic VersaFine Clair Nocturne. Super inky black ink. Loving this. We're going to ink you up. Just go like that. Like that. Just kind of ink, 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 ink. And we'll see how the first round goes. It'll probably be good. Okay, in the corner, bringing this down. Debbie tool comes in and press. There is just a magic, I think, with silhouette nature images. I mean, honestly, silhouette, any kind of floral, any kind of greenery. I just love them. Love how dramatic that looks. So let's see how it transferred. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good for the first pass. But we're going to do it again because I didn't quite get it in, right? And again, beauty of the Misty. Let's ink you up. Don't forget, just double, triple check that you are in that area that you want to be. And again, press. Sometimes I stand up when I'm doing this because if I can actually lean into the stamp a little more, it gives me the pressure that I need. So if you have wrist issues, you know, having one of these little tools, oh, it's just, it has changed my stamping life. And that looks amazing. But here's the thing, again, you want it even inkier. And I think I did a pretty decent job lining that up. So again, coming in here, pressing that down. And now I have my beautiful silhouette image right there on my card base. I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm gonna go with Thinking of You, and I've just put thin foam squares here on the back. This ink is not completely dry, so I'm going to just let it dry because I got some on my knuckle, and that's, you know, if you're using an ink like VersaFine Clair, you have to give it time to dry. It's not like a dye ink that dries very quickly, so I'm just going to do that before I get smudges all over. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half on that score line. I'm being careful not to touch the area that I've stamped on because I just don't want it to, you know, I don't want to smear it if I don't have to. But how cool is this? It's just, you know, you've got your one layer card. Take off my little backers here of the foam tape. We're going to do this with the glue because I like to have a little wiggle room. Oh my gosh, it's totally clogged. I have, like, what did I do? Am I not plugged in properly? All right, let's try it again. Okay, there it goes. I don't know what happened. Oh, and now this came popped up. Come on now, get down there. It's turning into a real circus. Now it's coming. Okay, there you go. I don't know why that happened. Why would that? Maybe I just need to leave the pin in and realize that life's gonna be okay. So what I want to do is I just want to make sure that this is kind of centered in this lower area because I think that's pretty. And I'm going to get it straight like that. See that? Isn't that cute down there like that? Thinking of you. Should I be putting a little butterfly here? You know, maybe a bigger one here and then maybe one up here. So you kind of get this whole cascade of butterflies. I think that's really cute. Again, he's a side flyer. It's going to go right in here. So I'm kind of splitting the line so that I have some nice balance like that. Hey, and that's the finished card. I think it's lovely. And I think this idea too, just your silhouette background, you know, and I could have gone smaller, right? If you have, let me show you this. If you have this little layer set, you can, you know, you can make even smaller masks and have that bust out of the space. You can have it bleed off the bottom, the stamp itself. But I think that turned out really great. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you an idea for creating your own simple masks at home. And I will see you back here with another card project soon. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.